When I was at the airport, I didn't have a hotel to stay at, so I had to book one very quickly at the customs office, and this is the one I booked. It's called the Fun Inn Taipei. I don't know why I chose that one. I just really chose the quickest one I could find online because I was at the customs desk, and it's more of a hostel than it is a hotel. Let's go in and have a look. Here's my card. Let's get in there. It's kind of like I don't know what to call this place. They have a kitchen. What's this room called?
A lounge.
A lounge?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm in a lounge and I've just come down for a cup of coffee, and whilst I was here, I met this wonderful person applying for a job online in America, and just asked her, will she talk on camera? And she said yes. I'm going to sit opposite.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay. Right, so we've just this second met. Tell me your name again.
Anya.
Anya, and
Yeah.
you know mine's Tony. And she's just given me some shocking news. I thought I had to stay in the same room or isolated for 2 days, but it's possible it could be 8.
Yeah, every website says it's definitely 8. They checked with me at the first thing, and I didn't know if they'd ask for proof, so I said no, and they said I couldn't stay there.
So give us an update on yourself. How long have you been in Taiwan?
Only 2 days, or 1.5 days.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And where did you come from?
Singapore?
Singapore?
Yeah, I'm studying abroad there for the semester, so I just finished.
What are you studying for?
Mechanical engineering.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long have you been studying?
This is my 4th year, but I'm going to my master's.
You're from California? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you want to go back there to study, is that right?
No, I study in Pittsburgh, Carnegie Mellon.
Where's Pittsburgh?
Pennsylvania?
Oh, is that kind of like northeast? East?
Technically, it's considered Midwest. I got correct.
Right, now before I turned the camera on, she did say she's been to Japan. I've never been there, want to go there. Which part of Japan did you go to?
Osaka, Kyoto, and there was a couple cities in the middle because we got stranded, and then Tokyo.
Right, and what do you think of Osaka?
Osaka was incredible. I think initially before coming to Japan, I heard that it was a lot like Tokyo, so that it could be skipped, and it's completely unlike Tokyo. Kind of felt like a fever dream being there. It was very weird. Just the street signs and everything are very, very different from what you normally see.
Now, when I got to Taiwan late last night, I just couldn't believe how clean the streets were. What's it like in Japan?
Yeah, I was saying that it's basically like that on steroids. It's literally there's no speck of dirt anywhere. People walk in lines just to get across the street. They never cut in front of each other. No one's ever running past each other or shoving past. They're also so polite.
Is this every generation, young to old?
I'd say I don't know if I got to interact with younger kids as much, but I'd say everyone from adult to elderly was very much like that. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know any country that's like that, where the whole generations are so polite.
Yeah, and I think it's polite maybe infers that there's different feelings underneath, but I think actually it's weird. As a vegetarian, I have to test most people's patience when trying to buy anything or trying to decide what to eat and that kind of stuff. And that's when I really saw they will literally sit down there with you. They will be laughing along the way with you. They're so kind. Really? It was actually insane. And there's also just the general service. There's always someone telling you where to go next, what to do, and they're so kind about it. It's great.
Wow. And was it the same in Tokyo?
Tokyo was definitely a little bit more rushed. It's a lot more tourists, so I didn't feel like it was the same kind of thing, because I think the rest of Japan is a little bit kind of more slower, takes more time with the details, that kind of stuff. Tokyo did feel rushed, but I also haven't been to any of these locations for long enough to give a...
So I've travelled quite a bit, and I'm beginning to discover that many cities, main cities around the world, are all quite similar.
Yeah, they definitely don't feel
the products they sell, the shops on the street,
the biggest shop in every city is probably going to be an H&M or Zara.
And you don't really get to see much of the culture, because if you go to London, you might say, all right, okay, this is England, and you'll see the same shops. You go, well, okay, well, at least the people are different. You go in there, and you might see American staff,
Yeah.
or Chinese or Japanese staff. You think,
Yeah.
well, I could see English and American staff in Tokyo, or
Yeah.
So the main cities are being a bit sort of like,
A little disappointing.
I don't know, a bit overloaded with, I don't really don't like it that much. So, how big's Osaka?
Osaka, I think, is smaller, but I'm actually not sure. We spent most of our time just in Dotonbori, in Osaka.
Right, okay. Now you said we, so how many of you?
There was 4 of us, 2 at the time.
Right, all looking for the same adventure, you know, like...
All studying abroad, so we just always choose different groups of people. I really like study abroad because it was just like, when people want to travel, they'll be like, I'll be here from this time to this time, or I'm going here, and they'll post in a group chat with 200 people, you want to come along.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I met these people through friends of friends, actually. The girl I traveled with for the first couple of days, I didn't even know. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Now I'm going to ask a very personal question.
Okay.
All right, so... and you don't have to answer it. This type of question I'm going to ask is mainly because I lived in China so long, they are so direct. They will ask you anything, you know, and you go, oh, how can you ask that? How do you finance this?
Definitely my parents. So yeah, I think like I have a lot of friends who kind of saved up money. Their parents will pay for the exchange, and then they'll pay for travel.
Yeah.
With my parents, they're definitely like kind of very supportive of helping me travel. A lot of it is like you do it on budget. Like I didn't stay anywhere nicer than a hostel.
Okay.
Capsules were really cool, but yeah. I think like for me, until my education is over, my parents are supporting me.
Okay, next question. Not quite so personal. If you find it offensive, don't have to answer. How old are you?
21.
21, right. So let's assume for one moment there's an 18-year-old girl who wants to do similar to what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Can you look at the camera and give her 3 good pieces of advice? She's watching. You want to give her 3 pieces of advice to do what you're doing.
As in travel, study abroad, or
to achieve her aim, because you're trying to get somewhere, and the path has taken you this direction.
Yeah.
So what experiences have you learnt along the way to get where you're going?
Well, I guess I'd say in the world of travel, I think one of my main concerns was you're a girl traveling alone, or you can be traveling alone, and it is very scary. Sometimes to even if you're traveling with friends, be alone for 15 minutes where a stranger, you might be at harm. So I'd say try to travel in groups and be very open-minded to meeting new people, because I think me studying abroad allowed me to meet hundreds of people that I can travel with, and just starting one connection in a new place means I can go there, travel to a new place, and get an insider's look on what the place is like. So I'd say a lot of it is being open to new people. And the culture shock can be a lot sometimes, especially if you're not with family. So I'd say just take it a day at a time and kind of try to plan it out so that you know what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going with this. So.
Well, some young girl who's going down the same path as you and thinking, right, I want to try that shit, they'll listen and say, right, yeah, okay. I wasn't really thinking about the safety and security side of things and mixing with, and talking with strangers. And this is going to be a short interview. So now her parents are financing this. So
yes.
Send a message to your parents. They will watch this because you're going to tell them at some point. I did an interview for YouTube. You've got to say thank you.
Yes.
Go on in.
For sure. Thank you so much for letting me come here and do all of this.
Okay, there we go. I'm going to end this quick short interview here. She's still doing work and conversations online. So I'm going to close this and say thank you very much for watching. And obviously we're going to wish her all the best in the future.
Check out. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah?
Cool. I'm Anya.
Okay.
I don't know how to close this video.
Oh.
I'll let him do it.
No, you've got to do it. Give a thumbs up, subscribe.
Follow him on social media.
Okay, well, don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. All the very best. Anya. I'm sorry I've taken up too much of your time.
You're totally good.